Every morning across the world, an alarm goes off. Not just on phones, but in hearts. It's a signal, a sound that drags millions out of beds they don't want to leave, into routines they didn't choose, toward jobs they silently dread. And the most haunting part? They call it normal. What if I told you the highest number of heart attacks occur on Monday mornings, between 8 and 9 a.m.? Think about that. That's not random. That's not biology. That's life. Suffocating. And what else happens at 8 a.m. on a Monday? People are driving into offices, lining up for meetings, trying to smile through commutes, getting ready to endure another week of a life they don't love. Coincidence? Absolutely not. It's a symptom of a system built on sacrifice, where your happiness is the currency, where stress is a badge of honor, and if you're not burned out, you're seen as lazy. But what if the real sickness isn't heart disease, but dream disease, the death of passion, the erosion of meaning? Because we weren't meant to live like this, surviving 5 days just to taste 2, smiling through meetings while screaming inside, waking up with an invisible weight on your chest, not from illness, but from unlived potential. They told us, follow the rules, go to school, get good grades, find a job, climb the ladder, retire, then be happy. It was the script of safety, the promise of success, but that promise was broken. Let me tell you about a man named Jay. Jay believed in the formula. He followed it religiously. When he finished school, he expected happiness. It didn't come. Then he told himself, when I land a good job, that'll be it. He landed it, still restless. When I get married, when I settle down, when the kids come. And they did. But peace didn't. So he waited for retirement. And when he retired, guess what? Still no joy. So he started going to church, not for faith, but for escape. I once asked him why. His answer? Because when I die, then I'll be happy. That's not just tragic, it's terrifying. Jay's story isn't rare, it's everywhere. Jay could be your neighbor, your coworker, your sibling. Jay could be you. And his initials? They stand for just about everyone. We've been taught to become adults before we've had a chance to be alive, to function but not flourish, to obey but not to feel. And we wonder why there's an epidemic of burnout, of anxiety, of quiet sadness that never makes the news. Because society doesn't notice the broken as long as they keep producing. The real killer today isn't disease, it's disconnection. Disconnection from purpose, from passion, from ourselves. We die slowly, from long commutes, from fake smiles, from doing work our heart isn't in. The silent killers aren't guns or poisons, they're empty routines, fake conversations, soul-sucking meetings, and an endless loop of maybe next year. These things don't raise alarm bells, they don't require surgery, but they drain life one unremarkable day at a time. And we clap for it. We reward it. We hand out trophies to the person who never says no, who works weekends, who answers emails at midnight. But nobody celebrates the person who says, this isn't for me. We don't honor the ones who leave comfort to chase freedom. We pity them because we've been programmed to believe that being busy is the same as being important, that staying silent is the same as being strong. But silence kills, not the kind you choose for peace, but the kind that comes from suppression, from never saying what you want, from not admitting that you're tired of pretending. We wear masks so good, even we forget they're not real. We pretend to be okay because everyone else is pretending too. But inside, we're screaming. We're waiting for someone to ask, are you really okay? And not in a polite way, but in a real way. A way that sees past the productivity, past the performance, into the part of us we've buried beneath layers of responsibility and fear. And while we're on the subject of fear, let's talk about the biggest lie of all: work-life balance. It sounds noble, doesn't it? Like something we should strive for. But think for a moment. Shouldn't it be life-work balance? Shouldn't life come first? Why is life the thing we fit around deadlines and Zoom calls? Why do we live like our joy is optional and our job is mandatory? Life isn't something to squeeze in between meetings. Life is the point. Work is a tool, not the destination. Yet somehow we've inverted it. We make work the centerpiece of our identity. We define ourselves by titles, not by truths. We judge success by income, not inner peace. And we wonder why so many are burnt out and broken. Because they're living upside-down lives, chasing someone else's dream, on someone else's schedule. But here's the twist. Happiness doesn't come after achievement. It comes before. Harvard professor Sean Achor discovered something remarkable, that 75% of job success isn't based on intelligence, skill, or experience. It's based on one thing: Happiness. Because when you're happy, your brain works better. Your creativity rises. Your productivity improves. You make better decisions. You connect deeper. You even live longer. Optimists don't just smile more, they survive more. And happy people, they make more money. They build better teams. They build better lives. So why are we still selling the myth of hustle and grind? Why are we still applauding exhaustion? Because no one told us there's a better way. It starts with this. Take your joy seriously. Treat your peace like profit. Make happiness non-negotiable. That doesn't mean quit your job today or run into the mountains barefoot. It means stop abandoning yourself every time someone asks you to. It means waking up and asking, what matters to me today? And letting that question guide you. Not your inbox, not your boss, not the guilt passed down from generations who didn't have the choices you do. This is not about rebellion. It's about realignment, about choosing meaning over metrics, presence over prestige. It's about realizing that your time is the most valuable currency you have, and every time you spend it on something that doesn't light you up, you're going broke in ways that no bank can measure. You weren't born to be a machine. You weren't meant to repeat. You were born to feel, to build, to connect, to love, to grow, to live. And if you're still here, if you're breathing, then it's not too late. You don't need permission to change. You need courage. Courage to ask the questions that matter. Courage to disappoint others instead of betraying yourself. Courage to trade survival for significance. There's a quote by the Buddha that hits like lightning. The problem is, you think you have time, but you don't. None of us do. Time is not a guarantee. It's a gift. And every minute you spend living someone else's version of life, you lose a piece of your own. So no, this isn't a motivational speech. This is a wake-up call, a reminder that you're not stuck. You're not helpless. You're not too late. The window is still open, but you have to jump. You don't have to burn your life down, but you do have to stop dimming your light. You do have to stop calling your pain normal. You have to stop postponing your joy, because there's no prize for suffering the most, no gold medal for exhaustion, no award for being the most agreeable version of yourself. There is only this life, this one, and it is fleeting. So write the book, take the risk, say no, say yes, start the business, quit the job, paint, dance, travel, sleep, speak your truth, stop pretending, show up fully, be bold, be awkward, be messy, be real, because no one's coming to rescue you. The calendar won't open up by itself. The job won't magically get better. The life you want isn't on sale next Black Friday. It's here, buried under fear, under doubt, under the version of you that's settled. Stop playing with your life. This isn't Mario Kart. There's no redo, no reset button. When the game's over, it's over. But until then, you still have moves. You still have time. So take control. Stop being an and then person. Stop saying, when I finish this, then I'll be happy. Be happy now. Be alive now. Be free now. Because the greatest tragedy isn't dying. It's never having lived.